If you're in a rush and seriously craving a cup of coffee, sometimes stopping by a fast food joint is your best bet. And if you pick the right place, it might not taste so bad either. So where should you go? Here are America's fast food coffee spots ranked from worst to first. In March 2019, Burger King announced that it was upping its coffee game by launching the BK Café coffee subscription service through the store's official app. For $5 a month, subscribers get one small cup of coffee each and every day. Seems like a great deal if you live or work near Burger King and want to grab a cup of joe every morning. But it's not. Not unless you seriously love weak, bland coffee with a decidedly burnt aftertaste, that is.
My mouth tastes so bad all of a sudden.
Burger King supposedly uses high-quality beans in their coffee, so you've got to assume something goes really wrong in the brewing process. Hard pass for this one. Yes, Taco Bell has coffee, and no, it's not good. While it's not quite as greasy and unsettling as some of the other things you'll find on the chain's menus, this stuff isn't going to start your day right. Mostly, Taco Bell's coffee is just really weak. In fact, their standard coffee is basically just hot, discolored water. Somehow, the iced coffee has even less flavor. Taco Bell claims that 60% of their coffee is Rainforest Alliance certified too, which presumably means that a good 40% of the mud you're drinking doesn't just taste bad, it's bad for the environment too. Subway has been trying to catch the attention of coffee connoisseurs in recent years, but don't be fooled, they don't have much to offer here. Subway cafes are a branch of Subway restaurants that serve not only their famous sub sandwiches, but also a wide variety of coffees. And to be fair to them, the selection they offer is genuinely impressive. But while the quantity may impress you, the quality won't. None of the coffee options are better than mediocre. The sugary coffees are too sweet, the iced coffees are too watery, and the cappuccinos and lattes are generally underwhelming. If it's coffee and a sub you're after, you're gonna want to stop by somewhere else. Once upon a time, Jack in the Box actually sold great coffee. Back then, about 10 years ago, they used genuine Kona coffee beans sourced from Hawaii. Unfortunately, Jack's bean counters evidently decided that Kona beans were too exotic and switched to Arabica beans, which is the go-to choice for generic drive-thru coffee these days. While Jack in the Box has decent enough coffee now, there's nothing special about it anymore, and there's certainly no reason to go out of your way to acquire it. If you're already in there and find yourself really craving a cup of joe, go ahead and get one. No one's gonna judge you. Although Tim Hortons used to be a dearly loved institution in Canada, things have changed, and now everyone's pretty much in agreement that the place is going seriously downhill. So what went wrong with the coffee place that used to be so beloved in the Great White North? Many speculate that the drop in quality started when the chain was bought by Burger King back in 2014. And you know how Burger King feels about coffee.
Put that coffee down.
Sadly, the coffee at Tim Hortons is nothing to write home about. It's pricey too, which only adds to the disappointment. If you're stuck in Canada and Timmy's is your only option, however, go with the dark roast coffee. It's not great, but it's the best they have to offer. Tim Hortons has been serving coffee all the way back since 1964, and once upon a time, they might just have had the best fast food coffee in the world. But those days are over, and Tim Hortons ain't the king anymore. When it comes to fast food coffee, Krispy Kreme is the real try-hard of the bunch. And while its coffee isn't particularly notable, the effort put into it is commendable. What Krispy Kreme calls its rich brewed coffee is made with Central American, African, and Indonesian blends. Krispy Kreme has a more forgiving version called Smooth Brewed Coffee too. That's made with a blend from South America. The chain also offers lattes of various flavors, including hazelnut and caramel. Krispy Kreme's try-hard ways extend to the other end of the thermometer too. They have iced coffees and iced lattes with flavors such as mocha and vanilla. It doesn't stop there, as you can also order a frozen latte, which is basically their iced coffee taken for a spin in the blender. While the execution of each option is only a few shades above satisfactory, Krispy Kreme earns bonus points for variety. And hey, if you're not completely satisfied with the coffee you just ordered, you could just stuff your face with donuts until you forget it ever happened. What's not to like? One thing you should know about Sonic Drive-In is that it sells Green Mountain Coffee Roasters coffee. Don't get confused by the name, though. That's not a boutique brand. Instead, Green Mountain Coffee Roasters is part of the gigantic beverage conglomerate that makes those Keurig coffee pods, along with a whole range of different soft drinks. That said, Sonic's coffee is perfectly pleasant, even if the taste doesn't really stand out from the pack. Where Sonic really separates itself from the pack is when it adds ice to its coffee. The two standard flavors of iced coffee, French vanilla and chocolate, are really genuinely tasty. Sonic sometimes offers various other flavors, from praline pecan to French vanilla caramel twist, and it's never a disappointment. If you're looking for a fast food joint with consistently good coffee and a budget-friendly price tag, consider Whataburger. While this Texas-born burger restaurant doesn't promote its coffee much, you can rest assured, this stuff isn't half bad. Whataburger doesn't offer flavored coffee, iced coffee, or anything else beyond the basics. Just go in, ask for a regular coffee, choose a size, and wait. Soon enough, you'll have a hot cup of coffee in your hands, one with a steady, consistent, and all-around decent taste. It's nothing fancy, but it's decent. Even better, this coffee is served in a heavy-duty styrofoam cup that isn't hot to the touch, making it a great choice if you're going to be carrying your coffee around all morning. You'll be pleasantly surprised by the quality of coffee you find at Carl's Jr. The chain's coffee is brewed fresh, and while it looks extra dark and doesn't smell like much, it has a smooth taste and multiple discernible layers of flavor. In fact, there's enough flavor that you should probably think twice before adding any type of creamer or sugar.
Cream? No, thank you. I take it black.
The restaurant also offers a vanilla cold brew that will easily satisfy anyone who loves their coffee on the rocks. For this, Carl's Jr. uses a light roast that is steeped to perfection. When it comes to coffee, Wendy's keeps things simple. They use 100% Arabica beans, like most fast food joints. They don't currently offer iced coffee or any fancy flavors either. But despite the simplicity, Wendy's still manages to offer an impressive product. How? Well, their coffee is legitimately medium roasted, which helps bring out the flavors of the Arabica beans and stops it from tasting watered down. It may give off a slightly more burnt aroma than the competition, but the taste is rich enough to make it worth it. But Wendy's doesn't stop there. Crucially, its coffee is cheaper than other fast food restaurants. Wendy's also seems to serve it hotter than the competition. Not only this, but the cups are bigger and have some kind of magic insulation that keeps their hot coffee hotter longer. It's all simple stuff, but if you want a big cup of hot coffee that won't dent your bank account, Wendy's is a smart choice. Don't let the name deceive you. Dunkin' Donuts, or as it's recently rebranded itself, just Dunkin', isn't a donut shop that sells coffee. It's a coffee shop that sells donuts. The company claims to sell 60 cups of coffee per second and employs taste testers who sip from 200 cups of coffee per day in order to ensure consistency from cup to cup. That commitment to consistency is admirable, but Dunkin' hasn't yet reached the next echelon of coffee greatness. Their coffee is really good, but it's not great. The best part about Dunkin' is the choice. They have the standard flavor shots and a few that stand out, such as blueberry, coconut, and even pumpkin when it's in season. Dunkin' also has a really decent cold brew that is steeped in cold water overnight for optimal taste. If you keep your expectations in check and don't go in thinking you'll be given greatness in a cup, you'll be more than satisfied by the options Dunkin' has to offer. Back in early 2019, Panera Bread decided to focus more on its coffee, and the early returns have been outstanding. Today, Panera still doesn't have a ton of options for coffee, but the ones they do have are executed exceedingly well. If you like your coffee hot, go with the spectacular hazelnut coffee. If you like it cold, the iced Madagascar vanilla latte is pretty special too. And while decaf coffee is usually little more than a disappointing afterthought at most chains, Panera has freshly brewed decaf that easily compares with the best stuff you'll find anywhere else.
You know, this is, a damn fine cup of coffee.
If you haven't tried McDonald's coffee in a while, you owe it to yourself to give it another chance. The chain's McCafe menu just keeps on improving, and it's come to the point that it's hard to ignore how good it all tastes. The variety on the McCafe menu is formidable in itself. You can find everything from an Americano to an iced caramel macchiato. There are also cappuccinos, lattes, frappes, and more. And while McDonald's has a variety of flavors, if you're looking for a recommendation, start with anything that has vanilla in it. For reasons unknown, McDonald's vanilla is more authentic and robust than anything you can find at any of their fast food competitors. That's not to say McDonald's is better than, say, Starbucks, but the gap is closing. Coffee is surely one of the reasons why Chick-fil-A is one of America's favorite fast food joints. Maybe the chain's coffee tastes so good because it gets its beans from Thrive Farmers, a company that allows South American farmers to sell directly to large corporations. Whatever the secret is, it's working because Chick-fil-A coffee literally couldn't get much better. The regular coffee, which is made from 100% Colombian coffee beans, is great. But even better is Chick-fil-A's iced coffee. You can get it small or large and either regular or vanilla. They blend together the perfect amount of pure cane sugar and fresh milk with the coffee, and the result is downright otherworldly. Sure, it might feel like there's a Starbucks on every corner these days, and the chain is so ubiquitous that there's really nothing cool or edgy about it anymore. That said, it's hard to argue against the facts. Starbucks has the best coffee of any fast food chain. When it comes to Starbucks, it's all about the variety. No matter what type of coffee you prefer, Starbucks has it, and has probably mastered it too. Want a nitrogen-infused, slow-steeped cold brew with cascading crema? They've got it. Want a blonde espresso blessed with coconut milk and vanilla bean powder? They have that too. On top of all that, they're also mindful about their social impact and go the extra mile to source their products ethically and sustainably. All in all, Starbucks coffee is worth every last penny. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.